Oh, okay. If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: never, ever give up. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. We will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? Look at the opportunities before us.
This election really isn't about the left versus the right. It's about we the people choosing our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called to rise above the hatred and the fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
Don't you want healthy children? Don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
The sweet emotion raining all over me.
I come to you today as a former Democrat. I will be a first-time Trump voter tonight.
The people dreamed this country, and it's the people who are making America great again. What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered?
All right, trying to figure this out. This is tough. How do I get my face up there? Hang on. Trying to figure this out. Oh my God, Rumble Studios. This is. There we go. Rumble Studios is very. It's good, and I want to like it, but it's got some issues. It's we're trying to use it now. But man, it's been about, we haven't really streamed much since the election. Because I said after the election I was going to take a little break from politics, which I did technically, but I did not expect it to be as insane as it has been. I mean, it's been rapid fire from Trump every day. There's been something to talk about. I thought we might have like a little soft period, as most presidents do after they're elected. I think every single president in history has had a little bit of a slowdown after the election, but not this guy. It has been absolutely 10 out of 10, faster than the Flash type speed. It's been amazing. I've been enjoying every second of it. But yeah, sorry for the long intro. We're having some tech difficulties. I'm still not even sure if we're already there. So if we have some bumps along the way, I apologize in advance. We'll try to buff out those scratches. But yeah, we are live for the first time. Or that's not true. We went live, I think, literally once after the election, just to do our afterthoughts on everything. Yeah, I guess we're obviously going to talk about the Biden cancer diagnosis and what we think of it, if it even is a real diagnosis. If we'll get into it. I'm not gonna go right now, but we'll talk about that. FBI talking about Epstein did kill himself. I have some thoughts about that. We're also going to go over Jimmy Kimmel apparently is going to be done before the 2026 election. We'll see. We got some nerd news, some Nerdy Cav news. Nerdy Cav is our pop culture channel. Got a few things on that. And we do have one reaction video. I told you guys when I return to streaming, I'm going to get to all your guys' requests. I feel bad. I promise I wasn't ignoring your guys' recommendations and all that. I see them. I read them. It's just been a while since I've gotten around to making a lot of content. We're doing some short form content. We've been doing a lot of stuff on our video game channel, which is linked in the description below, at Cavs_arcade. But yeah, we're pretty much exclusive to Rumble now. We will be doing a couple streams as we're doing right now, multi-streaming on X or on Twitch, YouTube, Kick. But we pretty much stay on here for anywhere in between 15 to 30 minutes, and then we head over to Rumble. Just to let everyone know, like, hey, we're live, but we're not staying over here. We're trying to give everything we can to Rumble. They've been good to us. When I've received 9 hard strikes on my YouTube page, when I was taken down on YouTube, and I'm not clearly a big account, so you think it's just happened to the big guys because they're the only ones you actually hear about and stuff? No, it's happening. It's happening to the little channels too, and it's making it impossible, absolutely impossible for the growth of the channel. Being blocked 9 times is tough, but we're getting through it, and that's what we'll be here on Rumble. So consider giving us a follow on Rumble. We consider any support anywhere is good, so we appreciate you guys smashing that like button, the subscribe button. But yeah, let's get to we try to get to at least 1 or 2 things before we head over to Rumble only. We'll get to the Kash Patel FBI stuff real quick. Hang on, let me move this over here because I cannot see what the hell I'm doing. With them talking about Epstein, do I have this here? It's been a while since the stream, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to screen. There we go. Screen share. There we go. We'll get into it, and then we'll comment. Excuse me, comment on it.
You know what, Maria? Kash is.
She kind of cut out the part, but she asked them, what they think about, did he kill himself? Did he not kill himself?
You know what, Maria? Kash is not kidding. We've been personally briefed extensively on every single detail, nugget, tendril of this case. One is actively in court right now. So out of respect for the case, it's probably more appropriate that I stay quiet on that. However, I'm not going to tell people what they want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. And whether you like it or not is up to you. If there was a big explosive there, right? Given my history as a Secret Service agent and my personal friendship as a director does with the president, Give me one logical, sensible reason we would not have. If you can think of one, there isn't. There in some of these cases, the there you're looking for is not there. And I know people, I get it. I understand. It's not there. If it was there, we would have told you. You know what, Maria?
So I don't know. Are they compromised in some kind of way? My theory was that he did kill himself, but like he did it himself, but he was coerced. Maybe it was like beforehand, like, hey, if you ever get caught, if you're ever in jail, we will do so much worse to you than anyone could possibly imagine. So you got to off yourself, dude. Like it was just always in the plan. Like, yeah, if I get caught, I got to do this. Then if that's the case, who told him to do it? You know, did he kill himself? Did somebody physically go in there and strangle him? I don't know, but I think either way, he was coerced in some kind of way. I think it was just always like set in stone. Like, yeah, if you get caught, you got to do this thing. But a lot of people are unhappy with that answer. I'm not as like knee-jerk reaction-y as a lot of these conservatives. Like, it's just like I'm just letting it play out. I trust Trump. I trust his administration. I think in the end, everything we want will happen. How we get to that point, on the other hand, might be not like we expected. But I trust Trump to do the right thing in the end. I don't think that if there was any there, as you say, that it would be covered up by Trump and his administration. Yeah, anything's possible, but I don't think that what we're witnessing on X. A lot of people saying, "Oh, he's compromised. They got the Kash. They got the Bongino." I don't know if I believe that. But we'll see. There's really not much else other than that on the whole Epstein thing. Hang on. Did I have a? My notes are like all over the place. I apologize. It is a very I've not streamed in a very long time. I have it here. 1 second. Everything's just all over the freaking place right now. Here we go. Oh, here's the other clip I was looking for. All right. We're gonna get this right. Like I said, it's been a while since I streamed. We're gonna buff out these scratches as we go along. This is the other clip I was talking about.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
I know it's hard work. You said Jeffrey Epstein.
I mean, it's the whole entire thing of Jeffrey Epstein is just so, to this day, it just blows my effing mind. So you have a guy who allegedly is involved with all these politicians, celebrities, sex trafficking children to nobody. He is like, what was he caught for? What was he arrested for? He was sex trafficking children. Okay. Yeah, but to who? To no one? It's wild. We don't even have one suspect. We don't have, like Epstein was the guy who ran the whole thing, but who participated in it? We know he's sex trafficked kids, but to who? You're arrested for selling drugs to nobody. So what? How can I get in trouble for Selling drugs to nobody. That means I didn't sell drugs, right? It's like we know he did this thing, but who was on the other end? He sold them to who? We don't have one suspect. And we've seen some of the flight logs already. There's hundreds of names there. There's tons of celebrities. We know Bill Clinton's been on there 20-something times. I like how they try to refute that. They're like, it wasn't 20-something times. It was like 10 or 11. That still, that's a lot of times to be riding around with Jeffrey Epstein. So he's in jail. The guards that were supposed to be checking on his cell every hour went 8 hours without checking his cell because they were shopping on Amazon. First of all, who shops on Amazon for 8 hours? That's absurd. The whole point of Amazon is to be quick. That's why we got the one-click buy and all that. You don't spend the 8 hours on there. Maybe if you're a woman, I don't know, but 2 guys spending 8 hours on Amazon. And also just happens to be that we have 0 footage of the cell. All the footage is gone. Like, come on. Like, there are some things that I would even say even conservatives are stretching on. That some conservatives, it's like, all right, I know what you're saying, and I'm like on your side overall, but it's like you're reaching a little bit. This is a conspiracy theory. This is, knee-jerk reaction. There's some things like that. But this, we were shopping on Amazon for 8 hours. Oh, we also don't have any of the footage of the cell. It's gone. Come on. Does it? It's like, that's why, like, it's just people are upset with Kash, and I can understand it this time. We'll keep you updated. I don't know. I love to hear you guys' thoughts on it, but it's just, he's in jail. He's been involved with the most powerful, richest people on the planet. Kills himself. We have no footage of the cell. It's all gone. Hard drives were corrupted or whatever. And the guards just happened to... They're supposed to check on the cell every hour, I believe it is. And it was 8 hours. They were on Amazon. What the hell are you buying on Amazon for 8 hours? Come on. But I don't think we'll ever get any answers. Like, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we're waiting for the files." They didn't leave any files. Like, I hate to say this about my fellow conservatives, but are you retarded? Do you really think that the most powerful, richest people in the world were involved in this thing and they left evidence? There's nothing there. That's why they said, "Do you think they're going to release it?" I'm like, no. Well, why not? It's because there's nothing to release. There's nothing there. And Pain Body knows there's nothing there. Like, I don't think she's like covering up for somebody or anything like that. I just think she looked at the files and realized, oh shit, this is nothing. There's literally nothing here. And why is there nothing there? Because why would they keep a record of their criminal activities? Oh, I was sex trafficking children. Let me write it down and keep it documented. Like, come on. There's nothing there. There's nothing to see. As I say, I'm not so hung up on the Epstein files and I go, oh, don't you want people to be in trouble? Of course. I want worse than for them to be arrested, but there's nothing there. There's no files. There's nothing to see. It's gone. If there ever was anything in the first place to track anybody. There's no files to be released. There's nothing there. Nothing will be released. But we continue with this interview. There's just a break from the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. They do move into January 6th. We'll see. I don't know if people are going to continue to like their answers. They cover all the hot topics. Jeffrey Epstein, January 6th. We'll get to it and then we'll react to it.
Actually happened on January 6th.
So there is, as it seems that I find myself in a similar situation as Russiagate, because on January 6th in the prior Trump administration, I was the chief of staff to the Department of Defense, and I spent 4 years and a minor fortune litigating the truth because people politicized what actually happened on January 6th. And we now know unequivocally that President Trump lawfully authorized the deployment of National Guard, and me as the head of the Office of Secretary of Defense with the Secretary of Defense took that action. When it finally came in, because it had to have the governor and mayor of DC's approval on it. That's the way the law works. And once it finally came in on January 6th, remember, we offered to them days beforehand, and they rejected it. We've put out the letters, and your show has done great coverage showing how it was rejected. We mobilized the fastest cold start in Washington, D.C. since World War II, and the largest occupation of D.C. by the National Guard since the American Revolution. That's what happened on January 6th. But what you and your viewers want to know, now that we've beat back that disinformation campaign with actual truth, is what was the FBI doing? Well, we got answers coming. We just found a trove of information, and it's on its way to Capitol Hill right now. And they've asked, and they're getting them, and you're getting answers on January 6th. You're getting answers on what sourcing was utilized, what money was utilized, how many assets were utilized, who made those decisions. You're getting it. We can only control the FBI, but you're getting it from the FBI.
Were there FBI agents undercover egging people on?
Like I said, that answer is coming, and it's on its way to Congress.
You're about to, I saw it. I saw the portfolio of information. We dug far and wide to find it. And I'm pretty sure now we have a conclusive, definitive answer. But you and the public are going to have it. You're going to see it in writing over to Capitol Hill. But I just want to be sure we're clear, having been an agent and a police officer. There is a difference between an agent. I know you know this. I don't mean to sound ridiculous. An agent, meaning a trained GS 1811 federal agent, and a source or an asset. There's a difference. So when you see the material, which I promise you is coming, again, I'm not asking you to trust us. I know it's coming because I saw it yesterday. When you see it,
sounds sketch.
I just want you to understand that it's not an apology for anything.
Thank you.
But there's a difference between agents and assets.
Yeah.
And I just hope when people.
Well, we kind of got the gist of that. So he's saying what we're going to see is a lot of, what I think he's saying is we're going to see a lot of assets, a lot of FBI informants that weren't really FBI agents on the ground to try to steer away some kind of blame to the FBI. Oh, well, there were some FBI informants, some FBI, whatever terminology they use, but they weren't official agents. They were, they weren't actually working for the FBI, carrying around an FBI badge. Look, I like Bongino and Kash, but it already sounds like they're trying to sugarcoat it, lack for a better term. I don't know. That's what I just got from that. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but it is. I just this is why I took such a big break from politics and I got more in the pop culture news. It's just I feel like so like black pill. Like I listen to Trump and that is it. Like I don't even like listening to a lot of the influencers and stuff anymore. A lot of the podcasts and stuff I listen to, I don't listen to them anymore. It's like I would, because at my work I usually have like a TV playing in the background. I would usually have some kind of news show on. It's like I don't even want to tolerate it anymore. I put something else on. I'm like, ugh. If Trump's speaking, RSBN goes live or something, Trump's giving a speech, that's what I listen to. If I don't hear from Trump, I don't really care. Especially because everybody has so many knee-jerk reactions to things. It's just like, oh my God, Trump, breaking, right? Everybody wants their clips. Everyone wants their, clicks, views, and they will do anything to get that. Anything. Breaking! Benny Johnson loves that breaking. And then you find out later that it wasn't true at all. Because more people want to be first than they want to be right. And that goes for both sides. If not more so on the right. Did you see what this person on Fox News said? Did you see what Benny Johnson? I don't give a shit. Did Trump speak? No? Well, then I don't care. I'll wait till he says something. But we will continue with the interview. This is that's pretty much all they said about January 6th. They move on to Canada. And here we go.
So where's all the fentanyl coming from still? Where's the trafficking coming from still? Where are all the narco traffickers going to keep bringing this stuff into the country? The northern border. Our adversaries have partnered up with the CCP and others, Russia, Iran, on a variety of different criminal enterprises, and they're going and they're sailing around to Vancouver and coming in by air. And the sheer tyranny of distance of the northern border and the lack of cooperation from federal authorities in prior administrations to actually firm up that northern border is what's causing a continuation of violent crime. Now, we're focused on it, and we're calling our state and local law enforcement partners up there. But you know who has to get to step in is Canada, because they're making it up there and shipping it down here. And I don't care about getting into this debate about making someone the 51st state or not, but they are our partner in the north. And say what you want about Mexico, but they helped us seal the southern border. The facts speak for themselves. The border that's open, I'll give you a statistic that I gave to Congress that nobody was paying attention to. Over 300 known or suspected terrorists crossed into this country last year illegally. Known or suspected terrorists, not illegals. Not just illegals, known or suspected terrorists. 85% of them came in through the northern border. Wow. This year, 100 known or suspected terrorists have crossed into this country illegally. 64 are south and north.
Yeah, there's a lot of, with the whole tariff thing, everyone's like, why is Trump doing this? First of all, he never swung the first punch. I was unfamiliar with tariffs. Like, I don't try to act like I'm an expert in things. I'm a mechanic who works in a small family-owned business, small town. I'm not a political analyst or anything like that. I'm literally just a guy who works on cars, and I decided to buy a mic and a camera. Mainly because I was tired of politicians speaking for me. It's like, the average American doesn't want this. The average American this. The average American. It was like, well, I am the average American. I think I could speak for myself, which is the main reason I made a channel. But it's oh, did my stream just shut off? Because my preview screen is completely black right now. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry if it's. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that might have just been on my end. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, I'm pretty new with these tariff things, and you find out that all these other countries have been tariffing us. And a lot, too. It's not like Trump's just pulling this out of his ass randomly. They've been doing it to us. So Trump's like, well, if you do it to us, we're going to do it to you. And in Canada's case, it's not only reciprocal, but it's also the fact that they're having, like Kash just said, fentanyl pour over. They don't give a damn about it. They're allowing it to happen. They could stop it, but they don't want to stop it. Trump's like, look, it was pretty simple. Trump's like, I won't tariff you if you just get your shit in order. That's all they had to do. They're actually like, oh, Trump did that. Trump did that. Just secure your border. That's all you have to do, which you should be doing anyway. Which they did a lot during COVID. I know some people who were visiting Canada, who live in Canada, and the hell they had to deal with getting over there during COVID. It's like, why don't they lock their borders like that all the time? So Trump's saying, hey, get your shit in order, and I won't tariff you. That's it. That's really all I had to do.
Actually happened on January.
Play on that. All right, so we got. I'm looking through right now. we got some good stuff to get to. We're gonna take a quick break because it is hot as shit in my room. So I'm gonna go turn on my AC. I think it is on. I'm just gonna crank it up. Like I'm like legit sweating. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not, but yeah, gonna do that. Grab some water real quick, and we'll get going. A quick little break. I'm screwing up here. I'm clicking on all the wrong things on my side. My bad. My bad. All right, so we were back. Appreciate you guys. Wherever you're watching, consider liking, subscribing, sharing. It goes a long way. You don't have to do it, but it is totally free, and it helps me out, so I do appreciate it. And we'll be right back.
Well, I just don't think anybody else could win if Trump runs. So, and I don't
Really?
don't
So
know.
you think if they got on a stage, you don't think that DeSantis is crafty enough or
No.
stands enough? Really?
No,
Interesting.
I don't even think that a little. I think Trump sucks up all the energy in every room, no matter what. And even someone as skilled as a politician and smart policy-wise as DeSantis can't overcome that. He can't. You really think the hardcore MAGA is going to abandon Trump for DeSantis? They're not. They like DeSantis, but they don't think it's his turn. They think Trump was screwed out of his last election, that he was screwed out of his first term by all the craziness, the Russiagate and so on. And they think he is entitled. He deserves another shot at it. Like the hardcore Trump faithful is unshakable. They like DeSantis, but they would never cross Trump for him. And they think that DeSantis owes his political career to Trump. Like if forced to choose, they will choose Trump. So DeSantis can't take him down. It's like the line in War Games, the only winning move is not to play. DeSantis has got to either be crowned by Trump or he shouldn't run.
Sounding like some kind of pop.
Everybody together. We want it all back.
I feel like the bass is about to drop. Atomic Heart video game draws scrutiny from Ukrainian officials and gamers for alleged Russia ties. Critics of the game argue that buying Atomic Heart supports Russia's assault on Ukraine. I don't know how they make these crazy claims. NBC News was unable to find evidence that revenue from the game was being used to fund the war. Wow. And if NBC said it.
When I get back into the Oval Office, we will totally obliterate the deep state. We will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption.
Yes, sir.
Advocating for,
sounds like he's dying.
Transgender athletes to be able to play.
Oh, I mean, that ranks high on the...
Ew, what the f***?
I'll be fighting for and speaking up against,
That's their voice?
Everyone deserves the right to play. Everyone deserves the right to...
What the frick? Is this edited? I don't think I've ever heard Brittany Griner's voice before. Dude, that's a dude.
Come here, sit in these seats, and feel safe. And not
that is a
feel,
man, if I've ever saw one.
Well, I just don't think anybody else could.
There we go. All right, sorry, I didn't eat all day, so I shoved a bunch of pepperoni and cheese in my mouth. It's the only thing I had in my fridge. I'm like, all right, I gotta eat something. It was good pepperoni. That's really all I had. All right, we are going to head over to Rumble only in a second. We went a little long tonight with the multi-stream, but it's our first stream back, so I figured we'll let it simmer a bit because normally we cut it off after just a few minutes, but we'll let it go on for a bit. We're talking about Biden's cancer diagnosis. Is it real? Is it fake? If it is real, how long did they know about it? I think they. Oh, God, the pepperoni's going back up. I think they knew about it for a long time. I mean, because stage 4, and you're just finding out about it now. And the President of the United States has the best healthcare in the entire world. Every scan and test you can imagine. They didn't know about it. Get out of here. Come on. But If they did know about it, why did they keep it until now? What was the plan? What's the strategy here? Why did they just release this now? If it's true. There's the theory going around that it's not true, that they are using this to cover up a cognitive disease of some kind, dementia. So because if they admit that he has, he's not all there, there's something going on upstairs, and there has been for a while, and we know there is, then they're going to have to admit that they lied their asses off, that they covered it up. And we know they covered it up. You got Jake Tapper just came out with his book saying, talking about Biden's decline when he denied it. We'd have that clip of Laura Trump where he kicked Laura Trump off. How dare you say Biden is not all there? That's one of the best things you guys can do is screenshot and screen record everything. The main reason I'm a premium member on X is because the folders, you can save everything. Save everything, record everything. Just like right now they are going all in with the open borders. They're going all in with the illegal immigration, all that stuff. Save it. Record the shit out of it. Every clip you see. Because come 2026 and or 2028, they're going to act like they never did it. Just like every other election. We never did. You had the Biden's Department of Education lady on CNN. Thank God we had Scott Jennings on there to call her out. Literally saying she did not advocate for schools being closed. When we have the clips of her saying it. Now you guys realize how important X is, what Elon did. We didn't have this in 2020. We have X, we have Rumble, we have Getter. They can't keep lying to us like they used to. They could get away with it before because there's no way to fact check them. You have people like me and bigger YouTubers getting banned off YouTube. Even Ron DeSantis got banned from YouTube for talking about COVID stuff. They could shut it down at any second. Now they can't. And that scares the hell out of them. Oh, that just popped into my head real quick. Speaking of being scared of the people, dude, I saw this clip of A Bug's Life, which is a great movie, by the way. I was actually just playing the PS1 game the other day. I think the caption was, I didn't realize how political Bug's Life was. Listen to this and tell me this ain't exactly how our government sees the people and how true this is. This is wild.
Say, let's pretend this brain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt? Nope. Well, how about this one? Are you kidding? How about this?
That is really fucking loud.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
Say, let's
Exactly.
pretend.
We have strength in numbers, which is exactly why they have to keep everybody divided. They need people to hate each other. Divide us between rich and poor. Divide us between white and black, left and right. Any way they can divide us, they will do. Because we have strength in numbers, and that is what scares the shit out of them, and that's what shook them during this last election. All the celebrities came out, all the richest, most powerful people came out endorsing Kamala Harris. The Avengers, and Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Jeff Bridges, Han Solo. Why am I drawing a blank on the actor's name? Harrison Ford. Han Solo is not his name, but yeah. all the richest, most powerful people in the world coming out for Kamal. Also, what's with all these like white, weak men? It's specifically old, white, male. Are all becoming a bunch of weak, pathetic losers, a bunch of lefties. And as Charlie Kirk and some other people were throwing out there, polls are showing overwhelmingly it's Gen Z, younger people that are leaning right, and it's the older people that are the ones leaning left. What is with that? But yeah, this whole thing, that pisses them off. That pisses them off. That with all their money, all their power, they were nothing in the election against a bunch of plumbers and electricians and mechanics, the everyday people. They despise you. They despise me. We have strength in numbers. That's why that clip was so important. Like when I saw that today, I'm like, damn. I realized the Bug's Life was so political, but that's true. I don't think it was probably a different time back then. That was the 90s, but Disney would probably have a little bit of a different message nowadays. What time we got? All right, we are going to head over to Rumble only, guys. The links are in the description below. Let's see if I can have this here. Just going to link that, not private. Yeah, there we go. We are going to head over to Rumble right now. Appreciate everybody watching on all the other platforms. Consider liking, subscribing over there, sharing. It goes a long way. I'm at Patriotic _Cav on all social media. And yeah, we're going to go over to Rumble. So, I hope to see you guys over there. We're going to talk about Biden's cancer diagnosis and some other things. And, sorry, I'm trying to, I'm like scrolling. I'm like, how do I go over to Rumble again? I know there's a button you got to push. Yeah, we'll head over there now. I'll see you guys there.
This lion, he's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's so big. He's so hot. Now, the little lion cubs, they start messing with him. Biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. The lioness, she starts messing with him, coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. Now, the other animals, they notice this, and they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is. This lion,